The issues raised in this trial are complicated and important in two different senses. Firstly, there's the actual details of the case itself, the allegations that are raised and whether they're true or not, or whether they're capable of being proved. But perhaps more fundamentally, freedom of speech. The imbalance in the libel laws between those that have money and those that don't creates a real risk that criticism will be stifled, purely and simply because those without money cannot afford to stand up and try to prove what they say is true. Firstly, it puts some emphasis on the need for McDonald's to... That was bound to happen at some stage, wasn't it? Hello? The inside view on the trial in the legal profession is that this case shows the absurdity of the libel laws. What I could say is I think this case would have cost over £1 million in fees, and an ordinary case would be at least 50,000. If you have the money, you can hire a good legal team and you can hope for victory. If you have no money, you can't hire a legal team and you run huge risks. It's actually a really important point, and I want to make... can I say that the absurdity is that it's assumed their reputation is lowered when there's been nothing to suggest that they've lost the sale of even one hamburger. The argument that local authorities don't need to protect their reputation and that the free speech of the public is far more important applies equally to multinationals. So there. I mean, what's tended to happen is everybody said, oh yes, yes, I'll help. And then, of course, when it comes to the day when they need it, then they're never there.
So what have you gained personally from...
How the hell am I supposed to say to that? I mean, my prediction is McDonald's will win probably about 3/4, but there will be some significant points on which Dave and Helen win. And that can be turned into a real victory for Dave and Helen on the basis that, you know, McDonald's ought to have won everything.
The only money he's found so far is the nutrition one, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah, but he's given all kinds of indications.
Is there just one photocopy of Thorgerson?
Yeah, shall I run it through the machine now?
It's photocopy, wasn't it?
I thought that applied to companies as well.
What?
That they don't have to show...
It does, we're saying it should be different. And now that loss is indistinguishable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We want to get the US stuff in, doesn't matter how we do it, yeah?
Yeah, but what is the point?
Bollocks we put down. But basically,
Keir has assisted them throughout voluntarily. So here you are, I'm a barrister.
Yes, I'm a barrister. Dave and Helen did not win one or two minor battles. They won 2 of those issues outright, and they won half of 2 other issues. In 5 years' time, we will be having another press conference with you in which we will have won on all issues, and there will be no question of damages or of bankruptcy. Can you take us round the block for about 10 minutes so she can film me in the back of the cab? I've been doing a number of interesting things since Dave and Helen's case was in the courts over here. Lots of them involving human rights and protest, but most specifically really doing death row work in the Caribbean and trying to work towards the abolition of the death penalty there. Dave and Helen's case has always been very important to me from when I first met them and working with them through the difficult days of the trial. It's extremely important that it's gone all the way to the European Court of Human Rights.
Good to speak to you. Steady? Yeah.
The campaign in question was a campaign to draw attention to a number of unattractive features of the fast food industry. It was a campaign instigated by a group called London Greenpeace. First present themselves scientifically as proof, then go out to McDonald's, yes, then produce another leaflet. I also got made a Queen's Counsel, which is odd since I often used to propose the abolition of the monarchy.
Did you win any awards? I believe you did.
I was awarded the Human Rights Law of the Year in 1990. No, in 2000. Do you want to do that again?